The pyramids of Egypt are among the most recognizable and mysterious structures in the history of humanity. For thousands of years, they have risen above the desert, astonishing people with their size, precision, and scale. And it is precisely for this reason that a huge number of myths have arisen around them. The most popular of these claims that the pyramids could not have been built by humans, and that extraterrestrial civilizations were behind their construction. But if we set emotions aside and turn to official science and archaeology, a completely different picture emerges. Let us begin with the main question: who built the pyramids? Modern Egyptology states unequivocally that the pyramids were built by the ancient Egyptians during the Old Kingdom period, approximately between 2600 and 2500 BCE. In particular, the Great Pyramid at Giza was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, more commonly known by his Greek name, Cheops. For a long time, it was believed that the pyramids were built by slaves, but this too is a myth. Archaeological excavations on the Giza Plateau have uncovered entire settlements of builders, houses, bakeries, storage facilities, medical tools, and workers' cemeteries. These people were well-fed, received medical care, and were buried with honor near the pyramids. Slaves were not buried in this way. They were free Egyptians, farmers, craftsmen, and skilled workers who worked for the state on a rotational system. Moreover, inscriptions have been found inside and near the pyramids that record the names of work crews. For example, names such as Friends of Khufu or the Drunkards of Menkaure. This is direct evidence that the construction was an organized human process, not something supernatural. Now we come to the main question: how did they do it? Each stone block weighed on average between 2 and 3 tons, and some granite blocks weighed up to 60 tons. Yes, this is impressive, but archaeology and experimental science show that neither lasers nor anti-gravity were required. Stone was quarried locally, limestone near Giza, and granite was transported from Aswan along the Nile. Recent discoveries of papyri at the port of Wadi al-Jarf confirm that the blocks were transported by boats, especially during the annual flooding of the Nile, when logistics were at their most efficient. Ramp systems were used to raise the blocks. Scholars propose several types: straight ramps, side ramps, and even internal spiral ramps inside the pyramid itself. Experiments have shown that a group of 20 to 30 people could easily pull a multi-ton block over wet sand using wooden sledges and ropes. This is physics, not magic. The precision of the construction is also often used as an argument in favor of aliens. But the ancient Egyptians possessed excellent knowledge of geometry and astronomy. They used plumb lines, measuring ropes, and observations of the stars. This is how the pyramids were aligned to the cardinal directions with astonishing accuracy, without satellites or computers. Now let us turn to the alien theory. This theory has one serious problem. It has no evidence whatsoever. Not a single artifact, not a single technology, not a single record that cannot be explained within the framework of human civilization of that time. All tools found by archaeologists correspond to the period of ancient Egypt. There are no unknown metals, alien devices, or traces of advanced technology. Theories about the extraterrestrial origin of the pyramids arise for one simple reason. People find it difficult to accept that ancient civilizations were smarter and more organized than we often assume. But underestimating the past is not proof of the presence of aliens. Moreover, the Egyptians themselves thoroughly documented their construction methods and religious practices. The pyramids were not built for mystery, but as tombs for pharaohs, who were believed to be gods on earth. This was a religious, political, and engineering project all at once. That is why the pyramids are not a mystery of aliens, but one of the greatest testaments to human intelligence, discipline, and belief. They are the result of thousands of people, decades of labor, and an extraordinary level of organization, achieved without modern technology. The pyramids do not need myths to be great. The real history of their creation is far more fascinating than any fantasy.